Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Online. This is the post-fight show and analysis for Manny Pacquiao against Keith Thurman.
Good afternoon, good
evening. Manny Pacquiao against Keith one-time Thurman. So let's get onto this. Before the fight, Keith Thurman told us he was going to crucify Manny Pacquiao. He told us he was going to baptize Manny Pacquiao. He told us how he was going to knock Manny Pacquiao out. He told us he was going to knock out Pacquiao and he's going to try and knock him out in the first round. He told us many things. And Pacquiao said to us before the fight, he said, well, it's easier said than done. Thurman did a lot of talking. He did a lot of talking, a lot of talking. So just warming up before we get into this. But Thurman did a hell of a lot of talking coming into the fight. And let's just show you here. The slip. For me, it was Pacquiao. For me, I didn't see how Keith was going to win the fight. But let's talk about the fight anyway. Let's get down to this and do this very quickly because I'm tired. I've been doing the boxing all night tonight. So, coming into fight, Keith was some people saying that he was the betting favorite. I didn't understand why. Keith had fought two guys in Porter and Garcia. He had an inactivity for almost 2 years. He came back and he didn't look impressive in his comeback. And he didn't look the same fighter. And I called him Keith once upon a time Thurman because once upon a time he used to knock guys out. Doesn't do it anymore. He didn't even drop Manny Pacquiao. Now, what we saw tonight, for those from a Christian background, would get this pretty well. We saw laying of hands ministry. Manny Pacquiao was the preacher from the Pentecostal church, and Keith Thurman was that bad boy who had demons in his head. And Manny Pacquiao laid hands on Keith Thurman, and he baptized Keith Thurman with left hands, with straight left hands and right jabs all night long. And while he baptized Keith, he gave him a bloody nose or broke his nose. He made him double up from body shots. He dropped him and humbled that young man. And it really was a humbling experience. And not only that, the 40-year-old, who's a T-Rex, was able to get inside of you, work your body, make you do the stanky leg more than one occasion, made you double up, dropped you, busted your nose, and you said Manny Pacquiao ain't going to do anything. Manny Pacquiao did a hell of a lot. Keith, once upon a time, Thurman. And when Pacquiao hit him to the body, what happened? He turned to runtime Thurman. He tried to run away from Pacquiao, and he realized that when he got dropped, he was like, okay, you dropped me. But then, with all that talk, and then you want to be a lover before the fight. You want to be all lover. You want to play Mr. Loverman. So, of course, when you come in the ring, you'll try and be Mr. Loverman. What's to be expected in the first round? Of course, you're asking a touchdown. Thurman realized that after the first knockdown, Pacquiao wasn't as old as he thought he was. Yeah, well, it's not even about old. Technically, Thurman was not going to beat Pacquiao because Thurman does this a lot. Goes around the corner. And you're a hooker against a straight puncher. Straight puncher is going to catch you most of the time. If Thurman had stuck with the straight right hand policy, you'd have been all right. But no, you wanted to go and load up with these big, fast bowling punches. But that's all right. How are you going to lose to a 40-year-old? How are you going to lose to a T-Rex? How are you going to lose to a guy that you're going to baptize and crucify? Huh? A guy that's going to retire. Thurman is going to get crucifixion, all right. Right? When he has to meet the press afterwards, man, no one's going to talk about Keith Thurman. No, his stock has gone like that. You got beat by Manny Pacquiao. Manny almost had one time with a body shot. He did indeed. So for me, in this fight with Manny Pacquiao, a great fight for Pacquiao. That's the sort of fight Pacquiao should retire on. I don't want to see Pacquiao fight Porter. I don't want to see him fight. I mean, he could fight Danny Garcia. He could fight Garcia because Garcia's as flat-footed as all get up, and he's only got a left hook. And Pacquiao could outbox Garcia, but that would only be for title defense. The only fight I want to see Pacquiao in now is against Amir Khan, just to shut that boy up as well. Pacquiao Khan, that's the only fight I would like to see now. Pacquiao Khan, that's it. I don't see any other fights. Thurman's only defense is his legs. He can't fight an inside and catch and shoot. Well, I told you that. What did I tell you guys at the beginning of the fight? Thurman can't fight backing up. When his back's against the ropes, he doesn't know what to do. He can't handle pressure. I said that. I said that to you. I've been studying Thurman for years. He cannot fight when his back's against the ropes. When Thurman's back is against the ropes, he can't fight. He doesn't know what to do. He panics. So he can skirt around the ring. That's fine. Thurman's fine. He's just skirting around the ring. But if you're not putting pressure on him, once you put pressure on Thurman, he doesn't like it. So, yeah, I don't know how he would have done against Errol Spence, because Spence would have found that body. If Pacquiao found that body, believe me, Spence would find that body. Thurman's a very vulnerable guy now. If I were Keith Thurman, I'd be looking to retire. Why? Because he's not knocking anybody out now, you see? And people are running. If Pacquiao can run up on you, no disrespect to Pacquiao with T-Rex, but Thurman went from KOing people to running. Well, yeah, that's what I said about Keith Thurman. I've said it for the longest while about him. If he can't get you out in the first couple of rounds, he resorts to running on the back foot. That's what it is. But to me, I didn't think Keith wanted it. I didn't think he wanted it as much. It seemed to me from the fight, if you look carefully, he looked like he wasn't doing it. He wasn't throwing anything with any real commitment. And then, like around the 7th round, he hit Pacquiao with a straight right hand. And I thought, yeah, okay, he's coming out of the blocks here. And as soon as he did that, then he started getting nail shots again. I don't know who the last person Thurman KO'd is. There you go. That's my point. That's my point. So, congratulations to Manny Pacquiao for crucifying Keith Thurman. He couldn't adapt to Manny's style. No, he couldn't. And why would he? Why would he be able to adapt to Manny's style? He'd never fought anyone in his career that had the hand speed of Manny Pacquiao, that had the experience of Manny Pacquiao, that had the punching power of Manny Pacquiao, had the foot speed of Manny Pacquiao, that had the angles like Manny Pacquiao, had a right jab like Manny Pacquiao. Nothing. It was a gift to make the decision look less than a whitewash. It was a beating. It was a beating. It wasn't one-sided, but it was a beating. Daddy went and spanked his son for being so disobedient. I just want to know what Keith's excuses are going to be. From the start, once I saw his wife in the dressing room, I have not seen a wife in a fighter's dressing room before a fight. Well, I don't know about Wilder. He might be he might be different to Rua, but it's the second fighter I've seen who has his wife in his dressing room. I saw Audie Harrison have his wife doing his shoelaces up, doing his boots up before he went and fought Danny Williams for the first fight. That was when Audie took his first loss. Listen, I think your private life or your relationships need to be kept just that. Boxing is boxing. As a fighter, you need to keep your family away from the dressing room and just focus on the fight. Get Keith back on the show so you can ask him some of these questions. Nah, I ain't wasting my time with him now. Nah, forget that now. You know what I mean? What a way to close out BWTM in terms of boxing. Keith Thurman getting a defeat to a guy by the name of Manny Pacquiao to take a loss against a 40-year-old. Can you believe that? You got your ass kicked by a 40-year-old. He needs to be back in the Himalayas and find that fighting spirit. He's done. He's finished. Thurman is finished. He's finished. He's done. Kaput. That woman, that wife of his, man, she put some spell on him. She's so beautiful. I think that's what it is. Keith's too loved up now, man. I told you that before. He's too loved up. She put something on him, man. She broke his virginity, and now Keith is finished. That's what happens when your virginity gets broken. Yeah, Keith's done, man. Keith, once upon a time, Thurman. Once upon a time, Keith Thurman used to knock people out. Once upon a time, Keith Thurman used to be known as a dangerous, hungry fighter. Not anymore. Keith Thurman is too loved up. My man in the dressing room kissing his wife like they're going to make out in the dressing room. What kind of nonsense is that, man? It's pure nonsense. So I'm glad Manny Pacquiao laid some hands on that boy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, because for all the talk, all the disrespect, all the shit he was talking, I'm so glad. So glad. That's another guy tonight that talked a whole heap of stuff about an older man, about a guy being knocked out before. Dave Allen earlier on tonight said this stuff about the older fighter in David Price. Now we're seeing it again. I enjoyed White's fight. He needed to fight what he needs. I enjoyed White's fight. He needs to fight Wilder now. Yes, I enjoyed it too. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. That's the fight I missed out on. I backed Rivas to knock White out, and it almost happened in that 9th round. But shout out to Dillian White, man. He came back and he did the business. So yeah, I haven't got much more to talk about the fight apart from congratulations to Manny Pacquiao. Please, Manny, please, I'm begging you now, please retire. Retire from boxing. You've proven your point. You've shown you now you've got the best belt in boxing, which is the WBA Super Champion, right? Please retire. Dan Aziz did well as well. He did indeed. Destroyed Duffield. Yeah, he did. Please retire. Please, please, Manny, retire. I'm begging you, please retire before you get hurt. Please retire. It's time to retire, Manny Pacquiao. Please retire. There's only one other fight I'd like to see Manny Pacquiao in, and that's against Amir Khan. Other than that, retire. Because he can definitely knock Khan out. I'd like to see that as well. That'd be very nice. Khan versus Pacquiao, and Pacquiao ending by knocking Khan out in like October, November time. I'd like to see Pacquiao versus Khan in November, December time. I'd like to see that. Right. You weren't biased during your live commentary. Good job. I like your post-fight. I like your post-fight bias. Can Thurman beat Khan? No, Thurman beat Khan. Thurman beat Khan because Khan can't take a shot. That's a good fight for him, Ingram. Yeah. I think the two guys I would get Pacquiao to fight is Garcia or Khan. They're the two fights I'd say. Garcia's flat-footed. He's got no real defense. His best punch is a left hook. He hasn't got a straight right hand the way Thurman's got one. He's just short ass too. He's flat-footed. So Pacquiao can win that fight on points. But I'd really like to see Khan versus Pacquiao. Right. I need to get to bed. I've been doing this since, 8 o'clock, 7:30 this evening. So I need to get some sleep. It's been a great night of boxing. Thank you all. Appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like. I do this for you boxing fans out there. I hope you've enjoyed what BWTM has provided in terms of live commentary. I hope you've enjoyed it in the big fights. I hope you've enjoyed the interviews. I hope you've enjoyed, the features and the things to do with boxing. I really hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a blast. This has been Pacquiao versus Thurman. Have a good night. Take care.